boy. So something went down with the internet. So my stream may look a little choppy because I'm using my phone's hotspot. Something happened to the internet. We start talking about Y2K. We start talking about Y2K, and here we are. That. So, anyways. Yeah, the deep state. Yeah, refresh. Refresh, everyone. We're good for now. It'll be enough to finish the stream. It's gonna have to be enough to finish the stream. So we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My it's done. Thanks for coming back. Oh yeah, no, the show goes on, folks. Hell or high water, the hotspot or not, the show goes on. Thank you for hanging in there. Even though we got knocked down there for a second. So let's do the show. So that we can finish it. Because that was a bit weird. I gotta check out what's happening with the Wi-Fi. Hassan's ISP was failing today. Jesus. Yeah, I'm looking at the connection right now. My actual internet is gone. The only thing that's happening right now is my hotspot. That's how I'm doing this. But it's all good. Assad did this. It's all good. A few have done this today. That's kind of okay. Now that's kind of strange. But in any case, let's kind of take advantage while we still have the hotspot going. Yeah, the NSA did it. Missouri governor repeals paid sick leave law approved last year by voters. Yep. 8 months after voters approved it, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe said, "Go F yourself," to Missouri. The repeal of a law on Thursday that had guaranteed paid sick leave to workers and inflationary adjustments to the minimum wage. That's what he essentially repealed. He repealed paid sick leave and the raising of the minimum wage due to inflation. The move marked a major victory for the state's largest business group and frustrating defeat for workers' rights advocates who had spent years and millions of dollars building support for the ballot measure. The repeal will take effect August 28th. Kehoe, who also signed a package of tax breaks on Thursday, described the paid sick leave law as an onerous mandate that imposed burdensome record keeping. Whatever. I mean, you can try to play mental gymnastics as much as you want, but the reality is, like, you just hate the working class. You hate Missourians. That's what's happening here. You hate the working people. Okay. You value more the capital class than you do the working class. That's it. Paid sick leave is woke. Yeah, they just don't care. Yep. This guy won't ever get their vote again. I mean, I hope so. I hope they never do. He doesn't deserve that. Yeah, they're protecting you by forcing you to work sick. Exactly. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Today, we are protecting the people who make Missouri work, families, jobs creators, and small business owners. You mean the capital class. By eliminating costly mandates. Kehoe, a Republican, of course, said in a statement released after the private signing bill ceremony, a thing you do with popular legislation. Nothing says more the people wanted this than a private bill signing ceremony. Yeah, if you don't work, just die already. Capitalism. The new tax law excludes capital gains from individual state income tax. Nice. Look at that. Missourians can't get paid sick leave and a boost in the minimum wage based on inflation. But rich people get tax cuts, you see? Expands tax breaks for seniors and disabled residents and exempts diapers and feminine hygiene products from sales taxes. Richard Von Gann, who sponsored the worker benefit ballot initiative, said many parents felt forced to work instead of staying at home to care for a sick child in order to pay for their rent or utilities. How do I get capital gains? Oh, it's okay. None of us in this, none of us here, will ever need to know what capital gains is, unless you're incredibly, unless you're incredibly wealthy. The term capital gains, is not even like applicable. I'm afraid. Grok is attacking YouTube because he feels outshined by Elmo. About one-third of states mandate paid sick leave, but many businesses voluntarily provide it. Nationwide, 79% of private sector employees received paid sick leave last year, though part-time workers are significantly less likely to receive the benefit than full-time employees. So maybe that's why, something like paid sick leave shouldn't be up to. That shouldn't be up to the business and should be a general benefit across the board, because as it turns out, and this is true, I don't know about you, but people get sick, and if you want to have a healthy workforce, those sick people should be allowed to recover and not be worried about their job. They should be worried about getting better, because a healthy society is more productive. If you want to think about it like that. I mean, the way I argue is just that, like, people are human beings. So that's all the justification I need. People are human beings and deserve paid sick leave so that they can get better. Yeah, or rich relatives leave you a lot of wealth. That's when you get acquainted with the term capital gains. Healthy people do better work. Yeah. I mean, like, just taking it from that perspective. Yes, and also it's just like, I don't know, the right thing to do as a society. But anyways, voters in Alaska, Missouri, and Nebraska approved paid sick leave measures last November. Only Alaska's, which kicked in July 1st. Has remained unchanged by state lawmakers. Before Nebraska's measure could take effect in October, Republican Governor Jim Pillen signed a measure last month exempting businesses with 10 or fewer employees from paid sick leave requirements. Cool. Revision also lets businesses withhold paid sick leave from seasonal agricultural workers and 14 and 15-year-olds. Cool. You know, the children. They don't care about quality, just quantity. Yep, Missouri's law allowed employees to earn 1 hour of paid sick time for every 30 hours worked, starting May 1st, but by the time it was repealed, 17 weeks will have elapsed. That means someone working 40 hours could have earned 22 hours of paid sick leave. 22 hours of paid sick leave. That's literally like, what, 3 days? Just shy of 3 days? Because 3 days would be 24, right? 8 times 3. So just 2 hours short of literally 3 days of paid sick leave. That's wild. That is insane. If workers don't use their paid sick leave before August 28th, there's no legal guarantee they can do so afterwards. The Missouri Chamber of Commerce and Industry had made repealing the law its top legislative priority. Cool. The paid leave and minimum wage policies were a job killer. Yeah. I mean, you could spin this all you want. You could spin this any way you want to. But just say that you hate the working class. But Missouri voters could get a second chance at mandating paid sick leave. Vaughn Glenn submitted a proposed ballot initiative to the Secretary of State that would reinstate the repealed provisions. Because the new measure is a constitutional amendment, the legislature would be unable to revise or repeal it without another vote of the people. Supporters haven't decided whether to launch a petition to try to qualify the measure for the 2026 ballot. So pay attention, folks. If this happens, this will be a constitutional amendment if they do decide to run with this. I think that they should. Because it's clear that if the governor can just take the will of the people and tell them to go at themselves with it, then this needs to be more drastic measures need to be taken. So if they do run with a constitutional amendment that they can't touch, then they should do that. Their priority was to screw over the people who voted for them. Stunning admission. 100%. 100%. Like zero doubts about that. Okay. This story was brought to the front by Mayhem Hippie. And we're probably going to go over this again tomorrow because this one, there's a couple here that I put on queue, but yeah. They only want to play golf and dine while their voters suffer. Yep. As long as the capital class gets theirs, then everything else kind of doesn't matter. Trump authorizes ICE agents to protect themselves using, quote, whatever means necessary. It's only a matter of time before we see an incident where sorry, folks. Yeah, we really are going to have to try to just run through this. Okay. None of you have been to receiving end of justifiable self-defense. Yeah, but, the way this is going to get interpreted, Seth Evans, is what concerns me, right? The way this is going to get interpreted, to me, is going to be very dangerous, and I think that it's only a matter of time before we hear about an incident where an ICE Gestapo ends up killing someone. Sorry you're having trouble. Thanks for fighting through it. No problem. The show goes on, folks. We're gonna make this till the end. Thank you all for staying here. By the way, if they refuse to identify themselves, they're not officers. They're bounty hunters. Yep. Oh, for sure. That's the point. 100%. Are you dying? No, just my internet. Just my internet. Donald Trump has given, quote, total authorization to federal immigration agents to protect themselves after a series of clashes with protesters, including during law enforcement raids on 2 California cannabis farms. I'm giving total authorization for ICE to protect itself just like they protect the public. Again, with this Orwellian language here. Trump posted on Truth Social, adding that he was directing the Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Dogkiller Noem and border czar Tom Homan to arrest anti-immigration customs, anti-Gestapo protesters who impede immigration enforcement operations. Some of them stubbed their piggy toes. The slime balls was the exact term. Yep. You can legally defend yourself against bounty hunters. Well, I would say that what I would say is that if somebody does not identify themselves and refuses to produce the correct documentation, then I would say that that person intends to do you harm, and the first thing that you should do is call 911. If they refuse to identify themselves and you are being stalked or harassed by masked armed men, then you need to protect yourself and keep yourself safe and call 911. Is that clip of Trump refusing to leave the stage with those athletes? No. Word is the owner of that weed company is a Trumpster. Yes, I think you're right. Team Mugas, Pacho, police. Don't they have armed security? The weed store? I don't know. Trump said that he told the administrators to instruct all ICE, Homeland Security, and other law enforcement officers who are on the receiving end of throwing rocks, bricks, or any form of assault to stop their car and arrest these slime balls using whatever means is necessary to do so. The president appeared to be referring to an incident on Thursday when federal agents clashed with protesters during an immigration raid on 2 farms in California's Ventura County, North LA. At Glasshouse Farms property in Camarillo, masked federal agents appeared to use crowd control measures, including tear gas, to curb a protest, which was responding by thrown bricks. Agents conducted another raid at Glasshouse Farms in Carpinteria, 35 miles up the coast. About 200 suspected undocumented immigrants were arrested in both raids, according to federal immigration authorities, and farm worker who was fatally injured from falling from a roof. Send some of those agents up to NorCal to try this trick on the farms. I've been there. People go missing. Sheesh. You're supposed to hand out a trophy and then didn't leave for FIFA. What a clown. California's governor, Gavin Newsom, said the administration's actions were inhumane and his tactic evoked chaos and fear and terror within our communities at every turn. So what are you going to do about it? Newsom's office later posted in response to a tweet from Stephen Miller, the White House chief of staff for policy, Goebbels, for policy and Homeland Security advisor. This fascist cuck in D.C. continues to assault on democracy and the Constitution as a attempt to replace the sovereignty of the people with autocracy. That's cool, but what are you going to actually do about it? You know what I mean? Effective today, please hold on all worksite enforcement investigation operations on agriculture, including aquaculture and meatpacking plants, restaurants, and Operation Hotels, King wrote in the guidance last month. But the raids are still continuing, along with clashes between protesters and federal agents. Last week, 10 people were arrested on attempted murder charges in connection with the shooting outside Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado, Texas. A police officer was shot in the neck during what the U.S. Prosecutor says was a planned ambush by assailants dressed in black military-style clothing. The 11th suspect, Daniel Rolando Sanchez Estrada, the husband of one of the charged attackers, was arrested on charges of conspiracy to tamper with evidence while attempting to execute a search warrant. He allegedly had, quote, insurrectionist propaganda. I already kept the trophy. Gonna send a cringy TikTok with lots of finger pointing. Yeah. Maybe if we're lucky, we get a strongly worded letter. They were arresting volunteers that came over from Mexico to help with flood relief and rescue missions. Jesus Christ. The FBI said on Friday it is searching for the 12th person involved in the July 4th ambush, naming suspects as Benjamin Hanil Song, a former Marine Corps reservist. Police say he should be considered armed and dangerous. 3 days later, on July 7th, a man with a rifle and tactical gear was shot dead by police after he opened fire at its Border Patrol facility in McAllen, Texas. 2 officers shot a Border Patrol employee were injured in the attack, according to one who was shot in the knee. Yada, yada, yada. So, In a statement, Trump said that he had watched the California raids in disbelief as thugs were violently throwing rocks and bricks at ICE officers while they were moving down a roadway in car and official. I mean, like, look, what did you expect when you come in the community as armed men to take away and disappear people? And you think that people are going to sit there and not do anything? You think that people are not going to resist? Tremendous damage was done to these brand new vehicles. Oh no, the horror! I know for a fact that these officers are having a hard time. No! With allowing this to happen, that it shows such disrespect for law and order. Yeah, okay. In an armored vehicle. Yeah, I know. Rocks. Rocks. I'm surprised there hasn't been armed resistance yet. I'll send you the clip. Post it on the whatchamacallit? Post it on the Discord. or Blue Sky, actually. You can send it to me via Blue Sky. No, it's okay. You can send it to me via Blue Sky. When Trump declared Tesla vandalism acts of terror, he accidentally made it so insurance companies can deny fixing damaged Tesla since most policies don't cover that. Actually, that's a very good point. The annual budget for ICE will increase from about $8 billion to roughly $28 billion under Trump's spending bill, with plans to hire 10,000 new agents and become the highest funded law enforcement agency. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Lots of exploded cans of PBR.
update for you. Donald Trump was at the FIFA World Cup where he presented the winning team with an award. Only there was one problem. Donald Trump never left the stage. Now, MAGA is trying to make this seem like this is a funny joke. I don't think it is. I think it's another sign that Donald Trump is just, one, not equipped to be president, and two, there's clearly something wrong with his mind. His mental acuity is slipping.
That's
and
about
also,
all his PPR. I used to like PPR. I haven't had one in years. I don't know.
Was there, and you're gonna love this. Donald Trump was booed.
Let's see. Can we get a...
Getting booed when he first gets to the stadium.
Guess we were hipsters. Ooh. I want to see the stage. This one. Wait, is it this one?
The winning team
has turned.
Man, woman, person, camera, TV.
Now, he's not supposed to be there. He's
'Cause it was cheap, probably. Yeah.
not supposed to be there. Look at these guys. They're like, what an idiot. Are you not embarrassed? I'm like embarrassed by this.
Turned to gold.
He's not supposed to be there, and he's still on stage?
And then this poor man right here is like trying to get Donald Trump to,
What?
I don't know, let the winning team have their moment.
Chelsea, the FIFA Club World Cup champions. What a day for
And he's
them.
still there.
Journey. What a competition in the United States. And back to London with pride.
And then as you see here, he's gone because that man very smartly was able to get him out of the way of this way. Let them take their picture.
This is so awkward, man. This is so awkward, dude. This is incredibly cringe. Was this another clip? Okay, we got a more zoomed in version.
Oh my God. And so then that
Yeah, I think I found another clip. Someone take grandpa back to the nursing home. No, that part wasn't news. Let's see. This one?
Minded for the third time, he deliberately ignored the president, trying to extend his screen time. But Reece James didn't indulge him at all. With a wave of his arm, he immediately led the whole team and fans in cheering and celebrating.
That's so freaking awkward, man. That's so freaking awkward. Trump and Vance both need to be kept far away from trophies. True. It's my trophy too. I'm a winner. Nobody has seen winners like me before. It's me. I also won the Golden Cup, the World Club Cup. I just saw a video of this guy the other day. I have no idea who he is though. Trump is completely suffering from amnesia. On live TV too. Yep. He's still on stage because everything is about him. Yep. Yeah, if I had to smell my own farts all day, I'd be suffering from amnesia too. True. All right, folks, it's time for me to get out of here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your support. Thank you, chat. Thank you for making this happen. I appreciate all of your support. It's leg day and these quads ain't gonna get jacked on their own. Go for it, Kirkensteins. Monster. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. You guys are what makes this channel go. Thank you all. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you hit that follow button, like, share, spread the word, folks. That's one of the best ways to help me out here. Spread the word. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays at 5 p.m. Catch me on this space Tuesdays at 7 p.m. We need more beefed up lefties, and I'm trying. The Swoletariat. Chat was enabled. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ground Level News, Saris, Etchbox, Looney Tunes, Soul Life, Carpet Packs, Bipedal, BCat, Vox Leona, Krayleo, Bipedal Meatbag, Michael Hassler, Kirkensteins, Mayhem Hippie. Thank you all for joining in and mixing it up. Seth Evans. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you for your support. If you're on the Twitch side, don't forget to hit that follow button. It really does help us out. Tomorrow, folks, check out my show on this space. Nice. Go on to the, for those of you on YouTube, go to the Vanguard. Tomorrow I will be on this space checking out some. Thank you all. Thank you, Michael Hassler, for modding the chat. As always, folks, please stay safe. Please take care of each other. I love you all, and I hope to see you guys in the next one tomorrow, 7 p.m. on this space. See ya! Kitty's playing, thank you. Alright, folks, hang tight. We're heading out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.